Alright, we are back with another Minecraft video. Alright, we are back. Literally back with another Minecraft video. Let's see how much I can do. Let me just tell people, hey, I'm gonna be playing Minecraft. Hey guys, I'm gonna be playing Minecraft. I'm also going to be looking for any ideals for any generations later. For my other current success. Leave it simply like that. And see what people say. Alright, we are back. I had watched a video talking about how Texas has a very big population, and that gave me an ideal. Can I make a successful empire? That's a question that any great king or queen would ask. Can I make a successful empire? It's not successful. There's beds, yes. There's a stable, most definitely. There's workstations, there's farms. But that's not enough. A successful empire is bigger than this, in more ways than one. Will I expand out this way? Maybe in the future. But I'm going to use what my borders already provide. And I'm going to make sure I do everything I can to make the best of the best thing I can make. With that said, I need to build aesthetics that will act as village homes. The reason for this, style is always everything. What I'm thinking of doing is possibly building a little into the... No, that's not a good idea because there's no bottom. What I'm thinking of doing is building a tower right here. Now, I'm going to need a lot of blocks because this is going to be very hard to do. And I haven't done this in a while. Here's where this gets tricky. I want to finish this off with a bustling place, at least. And a place that looked good, obviously. Can't let that die down. Need to make sure it looks good. I'm not gonna need that anymore. Remove this, remove that. Because what I'm building is going to require that not being there. I got determination in my soul, and I'm not letting it go either. My heart is burning like a flame. I know I can do it. I just gotta make sure I do it and succeed. You can tell I'm on a mission for success now. You can tell I am not having it. I want to show what I can do, test all my limits, and find a breakthrough. Guys, if you end up liking my videos, please subscribe and start sharing my long form content. YouTube has this thing about not sharing my long form content to people, so I need to replace YouTube's algorithm entirely in order to succeed. And I need your help to do that. Only you can do so. Did I just see a mini squid? Oh my god, it's a baby squid. Look, it's a baby squid, guys. It's just a little baby. So cute, actually. Too bad I can't, like, turn a squid into a pet. Get that little shit as a little pet. Did you know real squids are slimy? Apparently they are, like, very slimy. And if you touch them, they're, like, slimy almost. Like, ugh. Hard to explain the disgust just from thinking about it, but you can kind of see where it's coming from when I say ugh. This is gonna make sense in a minute, guys. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. There has to be a break in the walls first. But there also has to be walls to break in the first place. I'm recapturing the concept of time and destruction of a building. But first I need to build the building to destroy parts of it. No, it's not big enough. Higher. Well, I'll be damned. Brutal. Well, thanks, dragon. You just helped me out a lot. Didn't even ask the dragon to help. Absolute clutch moment. It may look a little odd, but you'll see exactly why this is made this way in a minute. Because it's all about the style, and you gotta see the background of how the style works. And because it's in my head, you guys can't see it. As you see, it looks like normal here, but then coming outside, it's a little bit more detailed. Given this, it allows you to have a break in the wall here that gives off a style vibe. Now I have to break this like so in a certain pattern. Then I would break here, 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 and then bring it down hard with a drop like this. Now what we're going to do is make teeth like this to make it look like it was something here. Then we're going to put stuff down like this to make it look like it broke or exploded. And then people just built their way up. By doing this, it gives more of a style. And it will kind of give out the way the shards are to look like. Is to make it look like it came blowing outwards. So someone or something blew its way in or out. No, it just blew inwards. Someone blew TNT from the inside. This gives off this vibe of style. Now here's the important measure of this build. The part that makes everything stand out. What I now need to do is I need to build stairs downwards, or at least build what would look like to be an entrance to it. Now because this is here, it would be better off putting it here for the safety of my sake, trying to not fuck up here and ruin this whole build. Because I am very much prone to fucking up so badly it's unholy. I know guys, it might be a little dark, so I'm going to quickly fix that ASAP. Just hold on tight while I grab the bottle. trim this down a bit. The reason I'm trying to make more room down here, so I'm obviously going to rework the trimming like this. And pause it here. Then fix that so it looks a bit more neat. Now we got this style. We can also come down with this move to give it a bit more detail. That lip will give off a small style, but not much. Now, the villagers are going to live down here, and this is going to be wide open for anything to get in. This is going to be covered, obviously. But here's the question. How am I going to protect the villagers if there's an entrance to an open area that has no door? Let me explain. While yes, you guys got a valid point, what I could do, to put it simply, and this is the most wildest thing you would never probably easily think of, is barrels. It would give more fishermen in the village, and miraculously help out a lot in the long run. Now, to make the barrels disguise onto the back end, because the back end would look absolutely hideous going down the stairs, you do this. This should, in theory, make it look better. Stop any future problems of monsters getting in. That's where it gets quite interesting. Mobs cannot jump this, despite how hard they try. Actually, they can parkour, but not all of them are smart. But to make sure, we can simply just do that. And then we'll go up. And make it match. While it looks less hideous from the back, you can kind of see why I did this. Only spiders will get in, but spiders, as I know, do not attack villagers. I could be wrong, but this is old Minecraft knowledge I'm using, not new knowledge. With this, it looks like it's blocked. And it gives off a lot more money. It's called good improvisation in the end. Now here's where we go back to the building style. I'm going to do this to make the obvious trim. With the wall, the top wall trim, you're going to bring this out as the ceiling. Then what we're going to do is we're going to start mapping out our top design. Should we make it taller? Probably. But it depends on how this works. Because of how low this is, we might have to raise it. But we should start with this. Okay, now we know what the lowest will look like. It's not good enough. For that, we had to go one higher. Actually, no, I think two higher would be the smartest option here, because then I can like play around a bit. Now, I'm just giving you a little insight on how I'm doing this. This is not a full tutorial bullcrap. This is just me showing you how it's done. Now, the way I'm placing these blocks will be quite relevant because this maps out a bigger design. If you're so flawed and you don't have a good design like this, your castle-like style will probably look quite hideous. So you gotta hit that definite style. See, I'm doing this, right? This adds a little bit more detail. But the main smaller details will come very clear. It's not always about functionality, it's about fashion statement. Boom! Just like that. Now we add this around, it gives a bit more detail. Now the corner sides will be difficult, and I can agree with anyone who says this is gonna suck. So, that's why we're gonna do this and call it a day. There's a very important reason I'm a good builder. I've just played a lot of like creative despite survival being a thing. I learned to build, not survive. Now this is where the ridges get topped off with this. It gives a more flat vibe, but also brings in as much detail as I can. Now we got our base to the castle top. As you can see, we left a big gap, which could be useful for storing items or just making the floor deeper. Now we want to know how high we want it. This could be good in general. We want it this high for a reason. Now, this is not really a castle. This is just a castle tower. Compared to a whole castle, they even had towers that were just lone towers. And this is basically it, a lone tower. I'm not gonna be damned enough to make a whole castle. Plus, in many of my weirdest fantasies, I've always had, like, instead of a castle, a mansion, and then outside of it you had villages and empires built around it. I don't understand why it was always a mansion, a modern mansion, but it was. It's one point that just makes no sense. But hey, I'm not gonna judge my own fucking questionable thoughts because, Jesus Christ, they are questionable. It just makes no sense why you would have a modern, fully functional mansion with high-tech gear in medieval times. But hey, I don't make the rules of my brain at this point. I really don't. I just go with it. Here's where this gets interesting. Did I break anything on the outside? Nope, just the siding. I guess we're at their fly height. Look at this. Yeah, I think I reached their little fly heights. Yeah, guys. I'm breaking into your territory. You guys won't be able to fly here no more if I start shooting you guys down. It's clear I hate the phantoms. They suck. And you can agree, phantoms are the most annoying thing to happen to Minecraft. I wish they made a mod called a mob selector that allows you to select what mobs you want to be in your gameplay. But like a free mod, not one of those fucking, you need to pay this much mod. Like, no, no one wants that. Here's why I realized my one fuck up. How am I getting up there? Oh my god, I'm fucked. I'm not finding a way up there, and am I? I'll put something here. Aha. Perfect. Oh lord. Back to putting back the heavy detail. Damn, bro, making quick work for me. Damn. Absolute clutch. I'm keeping that dragon around for sure. Hashtag WDragon. Get it trending. By closing this up, I made sure to make it so there's obvious boundaries where it should be. Now, here's where shit gets quite interesting, because I want to make it perfect. Okay, this still allows you to walk and doesn't feel too claustrophobic. And that's good, because a castle is supposed to look big, or at least mini big. And this was, I guess, good enough. This is like medium size. This castle tower is perfect. Now here's where shit gets interesting of what I'm about to do. Anyone bound dare to think of this would be smart. The ideal of a signal tower is very useful in Minecraft when you lose your way. Even in real life, a signal tower is absolutely clutch. Having this basically pulls off the most W thing. You have a signal tower. It's small, but it's something. Sometimes you think someone would think of this and instantly forget it. But me, nah, I remembered the concept. Now here's where we have fun. By the way, guys, I am never gonna make gaming Minecraft building tutorials. That's just never been me. I'm just a builder by heart. But in a way, recording my gameplay of me building already is a tutorial because you're watching me and you're learning from what I'm doing. So take it as that, I guess. Use my gameplay as representation to learn. Now this gets a little bit annoying. There we go. A bit more height to the flooring, and it still adds more detail. Thank the gods I was able to fix that. Do a little trim style of the bumps here to make it a bit more detailed. And boom! We are done. Kinda. This is simply the main thing. But yeah, take a look at our design, guys. Not bad, isn't it? Now we are left back here. The village part. And lighting in general, honestly. Now, because this is meant to be a tower, which will be disguised, well, a disguise for a home, you gotta see where I'm coming from here, where it's kind of hard. I gotta make it perfect, but also think of disguise, so that's why there's no windows. Because the windows would not make any sense anyway because of this. But it's good to disguise the building and make it so it looks like it wasn't meant for this but got turned into it. While some may agree or disagree that there should be light up here, for the player's sake, yes, you need light. And because when going up here, there's something up here, we don't have to worry about up here. But we do need to worry about here. And that's why I'm going to put simple torches on the ends here, on these corner areas. By doing this, it will provide enough light to hopefully stop any mob spawns. Therefore, fully monster-proofing the place. Another beautiful, delicate structure built, and we didn't have to obstruct the path too much or break anything past that. Now I do want to give this little scaffolding setup a little bit more detail. So I'm going to do as such, and boom! It doesn't look too out of place or hideous, and it looks perfect. Whew, that was not hard, but also not easy, being how freaking tired I am. Yet just another building to add. I still got a lot more to do. But thankfully, I have removed all those things on the side here. Now I got this bordering that tells me I can't pass here. And yes, I particularly left these trees because I didn't want this to be too exposed. The reason is keeping the style alive. Now, I believe this would be such a hard task. I would need a lot of strength and a lot of time. So, while yes, I did start it, I'm not finishing it right away. This will be a big staple. That's why I put this here. This is simply to tell me, hey, this is a big project. I should leave it alone until I feel brave enough. Until then, work on other things. And basically, it's just telling me, hey, stay away. Work on this instead. So yes, we will come back to this. I know you guys are probably going to bug me about this in a few different episodes of my gameplay. And I understand and I hear your words. When I look at the comments, if you ask me, hey, are you going to finish the military base? Are you going to finish the medieval military? Yes, I am. I am planning on it. I'm not going to just leave this behemoth of a build here with no finishing. I'm going to do it. But I can't do it right away because 1, I want to work on our mainland. 2, I also don't think I'm ready for this. I just don't. I don't feel like I can handle it yet. And plus, this village is my main focus. Then, when I'm done with that, I have to work for personal reasons for survival, a big farm, and then I can build other stuff around here. But other than that, I'm not going to finish it. Not yet, at least. And I'm thinking of adding more of this around. Or at least a different tree type. But for now, let's focus on what else we can do. But that will obviously be in the next episode because I need a small break. Building is not something I'm used to anymore. And Minecraft, while yes, I enjoy the game, I have gotten so disconnected that I am just kind of, coming back. These few first episodes, from 1 out of how many, have been a fun time, I'll tell you that. But between the live streams and gameplay, let's face it, I'm a little out of practice with my building skills. But we will leave it off here. Yet another success. Goodbye for now.